Hello, it's me again. It's Gerkinman. Welcome back to Game Over Gerkinman. This is episode 2 of Resident Evil 4, as the title suggests. And we're getting a needle. I hate needles. And there's Palpatine. It's good to see he's still getting work after Revenge of the Sith. That's a nice edit there, I really like that. Although this cutscene doesn't really make sense. So, this bad guy's taking the time to infect Leon with this thing, which we don't know what it is yet. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to try to keep this spoiler-free for people who haven't played it.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Some nice little piece of exposition here, I guess. Nice and cheesy. Appropriately cheesy.
Seen her?
What, are you supposed to be a cop or something? Nah, you don't look the type.
I'm wearing a police uniform. They didn't change that.
She's the president's daughter?
It's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Psychic powers.
It's like a...
Just kidding.
This is a good exchange. I get the feeling that like these two guys were getting along in the actual recording studio. Now, I imagine that's the guy you shot at the beginning of the game, or that I shot. I don't know for a fact that it is, but I feel like it is.
I used to be a cop in Madrid. But now I'm just a good-for-nothing guy who happens to be...
But this is what I mean, like, the whole cutscene doesn't really make a lot of sense. So they took the time to infect me with something, but they're sending this guy to kill me regardless. I don't understand why they did that.
Used to be a cop myself.
Other than to make it exciting, I suppose.
I thought I was bad.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right?
As I said, this is my first Resident Evil, so I've only played Resident Evil 1. I didn't have it for the GameCube. I bought it like later on when I saw it for like $8. But I got stuck in it really early on.
After you.
And here is a quick time event that really don't need. But why I was infected, and then they sent this guy to kill me, I don't know. I don't know why you'd take the time to do that. Maybe they thought I'd escape, but then why tie me up at all? I don't understand his angle. Anyway, this is a little sequence here where we get to meet this character who I love. I think when people think of Resident Evil 4, he's probably the first character they think of, maybe even more than Leon. So I will say, normally, when I'm playing from the beginning, when you come to this guy, you end up buying a rifle, which is very useful for this sequence. You can see all these guys are all here, like, positioned in a perfect way for sniping. Now, usually on my first playthrough, so I can maximize the amount of money I have, I don't actually buy the sniper rifle there. I'm just gonna get this guy in the face. Hello, sir. You don't have a head. He still did that. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. Usually I save my money and I just work my way through here with the shotgun. Combo breaker. Saving money or resource management in this game is, I think, like paramount. It's really what the game's about. I mean, the game's in a lot of ways is not about what it gives you, but it's what it takes away. Like your movement, obviously, you can't move and shoot at the same time, which people complained when they go back to it. But I think that's what makes the game work in a lot of ways. I hope I'm far enough away. I was good. I think if Leon could move, a lot of the tension from this game, because a lot of the tension comes from the fact that you can't move and shoot. You're forced to make decisions. Do I attack this guy? Do I shoot this guy in the leg? Do I knife this dude? Do I knock him down and run? I think the shooting in this is a lot more strategic than it is in a lot of other shooters, either from this era or since in a lot of ways. It's really about ammo conservation where you can, and crowd control. That's really the name of the game, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you can debate that if you like. In fact, I'd encourage debate. I enjoy a good debate. But that's what the game's always been about, to me at least, in my eyes. Who threw that? I'll get you. I want to give special mention to the soundtrack. This music is amazing, and it is exactly what you need to get you pumped up to kill some guys. Oh, that was a bad shot. So was that. All these bad shots. What am I doing? Where did I learn to play video games? I'll take that. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Lovely. It's just so relentless. So the way I'm going to work this is I'm going to record 3 episodes at a time. So basically that's a week of each worth of each game. And then I'm going to upload those episodes, and then based on feedback from you guys, I want to have a conversation going. I want to talk about things. Like if you have questions or things you want me to talk about the actual game itself, that way I can do that. Originally when I was recording this, I was actually just going to play through the entire game and just talk my way through it, but I kind of want that audience interaction without but since I don't have a rendering machine, I'll be rendering these off on my visual effects computer at work, which, a half-hour video it can render in about 7 minutes at 720p at 60 frames a second, which is obviously, a good thing. And so my hope is that I can release release a week's worth, and then I can start getting a little bit of feedback down below, and I can use that to incorporate into what I talk about in the episodes that follow. So if you have any questions, don't expect them to be answered in the next episode, but I'm doing these in weekly installments, so there'll be 3 episodes of each game a week. And any questions I get that previous week, I will answer or talk about in the following week. And they can be about the game I'm playing, of course. They can be suggestions for games you want me to play in the future or after these ones as well. If I have the game, I don't necessarily have the money to run out and buy everything, and I do have a massive backlog of games. Some of which I know I want to play, and other games which would be playing through blind. Who's throwing those? Is there someone in here? But yeah, so that's the approach I'm going to be taking to this, and I hope it's something that people can get into. I don't know if there's anyone else who's necessarily making videos the same way, where they do them in like little bursts like that, but that's what suits me. I can just sit down and play a game for a little bit. I only have to play that particular game like once a week, and that means I can sit down and play other games and without talking over the top of them, and experience them for the first time without my voice over the top. I want to be able to keep that balance of playing games that I don't want to be playing games blind, I think is what I'm saying. Just because I don't know that I could carry that. And at least this way, I only have to record for an hour or 2 a week. I can still get you guys a full week of content. So yes, I'll be playing Resident Evil 4 here 3 days a week. This will be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'll have a second game, which I'll also be playing through at the same time, which will be the same deal. I'll just record it for an hour or an hour and a half a week, and that'll be the episodes. And yeah, and during the rest of the week when I'm playing games, it'll be games that I'm playing purely to experience them. And then if I really enjoy them or they have a cool New Game Plus mode, I can use that for a follow-up. So if you like that idea, let me know. I just feel like if I go into a game blind, I'm not going to have anything to really talk about. Did I get both pieces? I did. So there's someone still alive somewhere, but I honestly couldn't care less about him. Fuck that remaining guy. He's shouldn't have been hiding himself so well. I will say, I was talking about other stuff during that whole sequence. I really love that sequence. It's one of my favorite sequences in the entire game, actually. Not so much playing through that on New Game Plus, it's a little bit too easy. But when you're playing through that the first time, it's truly, truly special. But alongside Resident Evil 4, I'm going to be playing something that's really colorful. Oh, well, by this point, you'll actually know what it is, since it will have come out yesterday. So I don't know why I'm bothered to talk about it, but I hope you also enjoy whatever it is that I'm playing on those days. And yeah, so this I would have just finished my Rogue Leader co-op playthrough for this, which was with Mark. And that is actually a game I will say that I will revisit in single player at some point in the future as well. Both Rogue Leader and Rebel Strike. Probably not the original Rogue Squadron because I can't capture Nintendo 64 footage like off the genuine console on my Mac. The program I was using for the old Game Over Gerkinman, like Shadows of the Empire, it is a PC program and my capture card just does not work with the Mac platform, unfortunately. And while I do have VirtualBox, it's very resource intensive and definitely not ideal for capturing footage. That is for certain. Oh my god, I'm nearly dead. If I died 2 episodes in a row on New Game Plus, that would be incredibly embarrassing. Let's not have that happen. That's a good step in the right direction. Fucking bear traps everywhere. This is lazy. That's not how you trap bears. There's no bears around here. If they had zombie bears in this game, that would have been terrifying. I can't even imagine how freaky that'd be. So you can either take the time to knife these, or if you've got the ammunition laying around, you can always just shoot them like that. Yeah. So how is everyone doing anyway? Let me know how I'm doing. If you're engaged, is this entertaining? Let me know in the comments below. That's what they're for. And any suggestions for games that you'd like to see played, I can always respond with yes, I have that, or no, I don't have that. At the moment, I'm limited to the Nintendo Wii and Wii U. Keep in mind, I don't have any new Wii U games. Like, I don't have Mario Kart 8, I don't have Hyrule Warriors. Because now I've moved to Canada, my Wii U is incompatible with the games you buy at the store here, because they're not region-free like they are for the Xbox One and PS3 and PS4. But I have a PS3, I have an Xbox 360, I have an Xbox One, and I don't have a big collection for the Xbox One, actually. I've only got Titanfall, which obviously wouldn't work in this format, the Metro Last Light and Metro Redux. I've played through Metro 2033 Redux and actually really enjoyed it. There were some jewels back here that I missed, because I'm an idiot. I have to backtrack and get them. It's because I didn't break the timber, I'm a stupid head. I'm trying to get the Chicago typewriter for the big finale. And I forgot to shoot out the crappy timber windows on the thing that I need to get the... There we go. That solves that problem. Wolfenstein The New Order is a game that I'm really looking forward to playing through as well. So, a lot of these games I'll be playing through on my own first, but if I like them, I'll happily play through them again, because I am more than happy to replay through games multiple times. In fact, I've already played through Dead Space twice this year. And I already have New Game Plus mode on that, actually, so... if you want to see me play through Dead Space as well after this, maybe I can play through that on the Game Plus mode, like, more than happily to play through that game again, because I absolutely love the original Dead Space. Alright. So that was all very, very easy. This game is crazy easier on once you've got all this stuff totally decked out. Actually, I didn't want to come down here yet. So there's a little thing, there's all these fish down here, you can use that to restore your health. I'm sure that's what most people use them for, but they're actually quite valuable in terms of money as well, so I'm going to just try to organize my inventory a tiny bit better, so I can at least fit a couple of fish in here. And I can use those fish to sell to make more money. And I can use said money to purchase Chicago typewriter. I don't really have any upgrades I need, so... I always wonder if they got the idea for that from Crocodile Dundee, which of course famously had a... Look at the size of this guy. He's so big. Can only fit 3. I'm okay with that. I had Mick Dundee in the... whatever the water's called at New York. Throwing dynamite in and fishing that way. Hilarious. Timeless classic. But I'd like to have like one action-heavy game like Resident Evil 4, or a first-person shooter, or something a little heavier, a little more action-focused, and then it's like fun and lighthearted alongside that. An example would be something like Rayman Origins or Cameo, or something a little bit more vibrant. I want to keep a good balance. I don't want all shooting and shit all the time. It's very easy to get burnt out on that sort of... I get burnt out on that sort of content, so... And I am open to RPGs as well. I won't be playing any JRPGs, so you won't see any Final Fantasies or anything on here, because I don't want games that'll take forever. Although I might end up playing through like Oblivion again, or something like that, but at least, oh, damn it, I didn't mean to press that. I know my way around Oblivion like the back of my hand, and I can burn through that game pretty quickly if I ignore the side stuff, which I don't really want to do, since that's the best stuff, but you get what I'm saying. We'll see what happens, and I'll always be in touch with the comment section to make sure I'm on the right track. You probably can't hear it because I probably turned it down. You can hear a voice there. I never picked up on this until I played through this game on surround headphones, but it's a character... It gets introduced later on. I never knew that. I could always just hear like muffled, and I never picked up on what it was. So once again, foreshadowing. And this guy, lots of little hints at things happening. If you first play through, you're completely in the dark.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant...
So why does he say you carry the same blood as us, it seems? Because he's already saw me when I was getting the needle and shit. He set that guy up to come in with the axe as well, and he's...
What? Same blood.
I don't understand the motives of these characters. What's going on? Either way, that is the end of Chapter 2 and Episode 2 of Resident Evil 4. I hope you had a good time. If you join me next week, I'm going to go past the church, and we're going to make our way to the swamps, and we're going to fight the first real boss in the game. So I hope you'll join me for that, and I'll see you on Friday. Have a good one.